G'day and welcome to Aussievision. It's Kyriakos here. Today we speak to a social media sensation who has a huge online following. He started off with releasing covers on YouTube 8 years ago before officially being signed to a record company and releasing original music in 2021. He's a dedicated and hard-working artist with great soulful vocals who's set to deliver a Europop entry on the Australia Decides stage. It's one of Australia's up-and-coming artists. It's Andrew Lambrou. Yasu Andrea, how are you?
So, Kyriakos, I'm very good. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you for joining us. Congratulations on being selected for Australia Decides 2022. How has the reception been since the announcement?
It's been amazing. Honestly, the support so far has just been overwhelming. Eurovision is something that it's been a part of my life since I was 5 years old. You know, I would sit around the TV, Yayamba pool next to me and my family, and we used to just watch Eurovision. And I used to look at this amazing stage productions from every country and just take in all different types of sounds that you hear from different countries. It's just something that's really been a massive part of my musical journey. So to be here right now in this position where I'm preparing to potentially represent my country is, it leaves me speechless, honestly.
Well, we'd love to know a little bit about your Australia Decides entry. We already know that your song is called Electrify and that you wrote it with the De La Hoyd brothers, which have also worked on your other releases, Throne and Confidence. We'd love to know what was the songwriting process like, and what was it like working with the brothers?
Yep. So working with those three brothers it's like a dream. With music and writing songs, you know, you're bringing an art form to life. So we have a real connection on a personal level too. So we're all great friends. We all connected. We have very similar tight families, you know, and it's something that we all just kind of bonded with very quickly. And then when it came to writing Electrify, I wanted to put together something that was in that Euro world, but mixed with Andrew world. You know, I have Greek Cypriot heritage, and you know, listening to music from Europe is something that's been a real part of my whole life. It's in my blood, as you could imagine, Michael. So, so when I got in that studio, we just started throwing out ideas, and it was one of those sessions where it almost felt like it wrote itself. You know, it just flowed so naturally and so well. And at the end of the day, we all looked at each other and we were just like, wow, I think we're really onto something here. And yeah, I mean, that's honestly the case most of the time with those boys in the studio. It's just so fantastic. We just have such a fun time. And, you know, I never look at my songwriting process as work. Although I'm working and being a musician, it's something that I'm enjoying. It's so much fun. So when you have those sessions that make you feel like, you know, you've just hung out with your mates the whole day, they're just the best ones. So it was such a fantastic songwriting process. Those brothers are so talented. We have so much in common, and I couldn't have asked for a better session, and I'm so happy with where the song's at now.
Well, listen to your snippets that you've been dropping for the last couple of weeks now, and also listen to the 1 minute start to your song, and it's amazing. I have to admit, the start gives me a little bit of Fuego vibes, and then it morphs into a Euro pop banger. And then on TikTok last week, you also revealed that you're singing a verse in Spanish, which is insane, and would be a first for Australia Decides. So can you tell us about the meaning behind your song, and tell us about the addition of the Spanish lyrics?
Yep. So Electrify is about, you know, meeting someone that literally makes you feel electric, makes you feel like this new wave emotion is flowing through your body, and that you feel almost like a superhero. You feel invincible, you know? It's just like that magical spark. It could be with anyone, but, you know, I really wanted to bring that to life. And I think the word electrify just stuck out to me, and we knew that had to be the title of the song. And as I mentioned before, I needed it to be in that Euro world mixed with Andrew world. And, you know, what we came up with is something that I'm really, really proud of right now, and I'm so excited for you to hear the song when it finally comes out. But yeah, it's about meeting someone that makes you feel like you've never felt before, makes you bring you out of your shell, makes you just feel superhuman. That's what the song's about.
And the addition of the Spanish lyrics, can you reveal anything? Or?
Yes, so the Spanish. So I love singing in different languages, and this all ties down to Eurovision at the beginning. you know, hearing so many different songs from different countries and hearing the sounds that come from a certain part of the world is something that amazes me. And ever since I was young, I've had a fascination with singing in different languages, learning songs in Greek, Arabic, Serbian. You know, 2007, when Maria Serifovic won with Molitva, first thing I did was sit on the piano and I worked out how to sing Molitva in Serbian, because that song just grabbed me so much and it moved me, and I knew it was the winner when I heard it. And you know, that's what Eurovision can do. So I wanted to sing in another language. I wanted to embrace other culture, and also be myself at the same time. And I felt like with Electrify, Spanish was just perfect and it just worked. And you know, it's such an amazing, beautiful language as well. And it's so universal. You know, you hear so many songs nowadays just blow up and go completely global with, you know, Spanish lyric and Spanish influence. And I was really influenced by that too. So I felt that it was perfect to put it in the song. So yeah, that's how it all began.
Now, with Electrify, what can we expect for your staging at Australia Decides? Like, I know you probably can't reveal much, but can we expect some choreography? Yeah, what can you tell us?
Yes, you will be expecting some choreography. Not to be cliche, but I would like to think it's electrifying. So something that's high energetic, emotional. You know, I've always been someone that tries to convey as much emotion as I can when I perform, from singing ballads when I was young to here we are now. So something that, you know, you can feel inside you, but also makes you want to dance. And I just want to bring entertainment to everyone's homes. I want to put a smile on as many people's faces as I can, because in music, there's no better feeling than creating something that is you and that you're proud of, and for people to enjoy it and love it and want to listen to it over and over again. And on a stage such as Eurovision and Australia Decides, I just feel it's, you know, it's really meant to be at the moment. So I just hope everyone loves it as much as my family does right now.
Now, as a fellow Greek Australian, very proud to see another person of Greek heritage join Australia Decides and possibly go to Eurovision for Australia. You'll be the third artist, and I'm pretty sure the third artist to compete Australia Decides with Greek heritage. We had Leah Nanos in 2019, and The Voice 2019 winner Dana Ruvas in 2020. How does it feel representing your Greek Cypriot heritage on the stage Australia Decides?
It feels amazing. It's honestly just so surreal. I'm very in touch with my culture and where I come from. And being a European Australian, a Greek Cypriot Australian, I really want to bring that to the stage too. And as I don't want to give away too much, but there's definitely elements of that type of music in this song. As you may have recognized with the intro to the song, to Electrify. This is stuff that I've grown up listening to this. I've grown up listening to Greek music. I've been surrounded by such a big musical family. I have many cousins. We all get together, we jam, we sing. My uncles, they can sing. It's just something that it's been a part of my life ever since I can remember. So I would absolutely love to just bring that to the stage. I would love, you know, I would love fellow Greeks and Europeans in Australia to gravitate towards what I'm doing, because it's just something that feels so natural to me. It's just who I am. And I'm just so excited, Kyriakos. I can't explain it, honestly.
You're a man that really does know Eurovision. You mentioned you've watched it. You started watching with your babu. What does the contest mean to you?
Well, it's a contest that brings the whole world together. First of all, I think in the times that we are now, this is what we need. We need to bring the world together. It's exciting. It's something where whenever I think of Eurovision, I kind of block out any sort of negativity that's going on in the world. And I just think this is such an amazing, exciting contest that puts a smile on so many people's faces. And you know, it also broadens your mind. As I mentioned, when I was a young kid, I'm watching different countries singing in different languages and hearing sounds and instruments that are native to those countries. And they're things that really mold someone as they're growing up, especially myself as a musician. You know, Helena Paparizou, when she won, I remember how excited we are all in Australia, but cheering on Greece. And she was such an amazing performer. That song, My Number One, it plays all the time in my household. It will never, ever be forgotten. And I think that's the power that Eurovision has. It's come with me from my childhood all the way to now. You know, I never would have thought I'd be here right now, but it's just something that makes you feel united, you know? It makes you just feel special. And I think I just want to bring a bit of Andrew flavour to the Eurovision stage. And, you know, if it were to happen and I were to represent my country, I think the support of my nation is like, I can't even explain how amazing that would be, you know? So, yeah, it's just an amazing contest that the world needs right now. That's what I think.
And we'd love to know what are your favourite Eurovision entries? I'm sure you have
Tough.
lots.
Very, 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 very tough question. There's so many standouts for me. As I've mentioned, Helena Paparizou was amazing. Maria Serifovic, when she won with Molitva, fantastic. I remember Finland, Lordi. I remember when they won, I was young at the time and I was like, wow, like, look at this. You just never know what can happen on the Eurovision stage, you know? Alexander Rybak, Fairy Tale, something that I listen to all the time. Italy last year. We can't forget Italy last year. Yep. Absolutely amazing. And what they've done outside of Eurovision now is something that it's so inspiring. I feel like although Eurovision has always been the biggest song contest in the world, it's just gone to a new level now with the spread of social media and what could happen with these artists and bands. You know, the Netherlands in 2019, Arcade, fantastic song. I hear it all the time. It's expanding, you know. There's so many more I could mention. Verka Serduchka, I remember. Like, that song is something that it's always stuck in my head, you know. And yeah, I could honestly go on forever. There's so many that I could name. I'm such a massive Eurovision fan. But yeah, I mean, let's hope that Electrify could be in the mix, you know.
Yeah, we hope so too. Now let's talk about your singles that you released last year. You have a edgy, dark pop sound to your music, and could definitely hear a lot of a pop star music influences. Love to know, who are your musical inspirations?
Yeah, there's many musical inspirations. The Weeknd is definitely one. I find his music very, very edgy and just fantastic. Yeah, I'm never disappointed listening to him. Bruno Mars is another one that, you know, and that also in terms of his performance, he's so fantastic when he performs. His music he's really evolved as an artist, you know, coming from back in the day when he first began singing songs like Just the Way You Are and Grenade, and now really expanding into that funk world, which is something that I've been introduced to funk very early. My dad loves 80s music, and he introduced me to all these funk bands, Zapp and Roger, D-Train, and like to see that come to life now through Bruno is something that's really amazing, because it shows that, you know, the more that you excel in the music industry, you can really show off who you are and who you want to be, and that's what Bruno's done. Can never forget Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's just amazing, you know. Like, I remember I've been watching a lot of performances recently just because I'm a very visual person, and I'm visualizing myself on that Eurovision stage and at Australia Decides. And I've been watching so many different performances of amazing artists, and watching Michael Jackson at the Super Bowl, where he just comes out of the ground and just stands there and he's captivated the whole audience like that. That's something that's so amazing. And I think it's a very difficult thing to do. So Michael Jackson, you've got ABBA. ABBA's amazing. There's so many, but honestly, they're a good four to start with. And also I want to just throw in there that, you know, Greek music, Arabic music, Spanish music, these are all things that influence me. You mentioned that it's got a bit of a dark tone to my music. Well, in a lot of Greek songs that I listen to, emotion really cuts through those minor chords, those melodies. And that's something that has molded me to make the music that I make, with those kind of minor chords, and just really emotional, because that's what I've grown up with. That's what I've listened in my house, and that's what I love. So, yeah.
Well, this is going to be a very difficult question then. Do you have a dream artist that you love to collaborate with in the future?
Oh, wow. Dream artist. There's so many.
And let's make it, you could be dead or alive. That's okay.
Well, I will say again, Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
That was just, wow. Basically the whole list that I just mentioned to
Yep.
you. The Weeknd, Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars would just be such an amazing person to collab with. When someone's so true to themselves and really knows who they are as a musician, and then you collab with them, you just kind of bring two worlds together and make something magical. And I think that would be the most surreal experience ever. So yeah, that list is pretty high up there.
Now, I know Eurovision will be taking up a lot of your time at the moment, but what other projects are you working on, or what could we expect from you over the next year?
So I'm constantly writing music. I'm constantly trying to expand as a musician, get better at songwriting. So definitely more singles, shows to come for sure. I can't wait to perform for everyone, wherever it may be. But for now, the focus is Eurovision. I can't wait to perform on the 26th. This is just such an amazing experience that I'm going through right now. It's very, it's kind of all I can think about. All I can think about is Eurovision and my performance and how amazing the whole show is going to be, and potentially what could happen after it. So yeah, there's much to come, but for now, Eurovision's the main goal.
Well, let's say you win Australia Decides, you get the opportunity to go to Turin for Eurovision 2022, but you can only take 3 items with you. What is Andrew Lambrou going to take?
Okay, so 3 items that I would bring with me to Turin. It's not really an item, but my family. My family I'm so close to my family. I love every single member of my family, and nothing would have been possible without them with my whole musical journey. My parents putting me into music school when I was 5, noticing that I had a passion for music and allowing me to pursue it. So I love my family so much. So my family would be number 1. Number 2, once again, not really a thing, but the support of my nation. If I were to represent Australia, the support of the nation behind me that's the most motivation I could ever have in the whole world. So definitely the support of my nation. And number 3 is a healthy set of vocal cords, nice and healthy. I've had my tea with honey and I'm ready to go.
Very wise answers. Well, we cannot wait for your song release and to see what you have planned for Australia Decides 2022 on the Gold Coast. All the best, Andrew, and thank you very much for speaking to Aussievision today.
Thank you so much, Kyriakos. I really appreciate it. I had so much fun.
All right. See ya.
See ya.